the Brandberg White Lady Lodge in the cool, fresh morning air, making a stop along the rough dirt track to take a last photo of the Brandberg. This morning at breakfast we collected some food and water from the lodge. We remembered the family camping at the turnoff from the main dirt road to the trail leading to the White Lady Lodge and thought that food and water would be welcomed.
My goodness.
Die Estervark, hè? We spent a lovely time, all too short, with this family, and I purchased a necklace of porcupine quill and seeds, which the lady was just finishing.
Oh my. Okay, dankie hoor. Oeps, sorry so. Baie dankie, is baie mooi hoor.
Ja, dankie meneer.
Ja, ek het vir ook 'n bietjie kos in die water gebring.
Okay, dankie vir.
Nou bly julle hier so al die tyd. Ah yeah, so they live way over by that first.
It is an easy drive today from Brandberg White Lady Lodge through Uis and Umaruru to Otjiwarongo and on to the Cheetah Conservation Fund research facility. We arrived at the CCF main reception area and research center at about 1 p.m. and checked in at the guest center, settling down for a quick lunch at the quaint cafe and admired the wide international support enjoyed by CCF. We rushed off to watch the 2 p.m. feeding of the cheetahs. We were impressed with the large number of visitors out here in the middle of nowhere, especially the 2 busloads of children. These cheetahs are cats that are either in rehabilitation, having been rescued as cubs old enough to return to the wild eventually, or ones that have been rescued at too young an age and will remain here indefinitely since they will not be able to fend for themselves in the wild. To ensure the CCF non-releasable cheetahs get the exercise they need, CCF runs them regularly using a mechanical lure system. It's very important for their physical and mental health. This system is now used in zoos around the world as an enrichment activity, helping captive cheetahs get proper exercise and mental stimulation. If you live in the USA and you can't make it to Namibia, visit the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium to see our cheetah exhibit, which is modeled after CCF's setup here in Namibia.
As you can see, Eli have a long wooden spoon, and we really don't want to throw the meat on the ground. Cheetah actually is one of the biggest meat eaters.
We lingered a long time to admire these magnificent animals. How amazing that the work that Dr. Laurie Marker started here 30 years ago continues to flourish through education and conservation. She and the amazing scientists and staff at CCF are making a true difference. So, who is Dr. Laurie Marker? I thought it appropriate to include a couple of video clips courtesy of CCF.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laurie Marker, and I'm the founder and executive director of the Cheetah Conservation Fund. I set up the Cheetah Conservation Fund in 1990 because there was no other organization in the world that was actually working to save the cheetah. Today, only 20 countries have cheetahs, 10,000 of them. They're in fragmented populations. Their biggest problem is loss of habitat. The fact that we as humans have taken over so much of the land, and so many of the people throughout Africa are living in poverty, and they've got livestock, they've got overgrazed land, and there's not many wildlife species in these areas, so the cheetah doesn't have a lot of prey. I found myself in Namibia, Africa in 1977, doing a first-of-its-kind research project, teaching a cheetah how to hunt and seeing if they could go back out into the wild. What I found was that farmers were killing cheetahs. They were killing them as vermin. And I thought, well, somebody's got to do something about this. And there was no organization anywhere doing anything. We're based on 100,000 acres of land. We are a model farm, so we raise goats, sheep, and cattle, and we live just like the farmers live in Namibia. So that's a really important part of the fact that we're not just saying, go save the cheetah. We're saying, we're here, we're doing it with you. We've developed these techniques. They're proven, they're tested. Let us show you them. To accomplish our objective really revolves around getting the resources so that we can get the tools into the hands of the people so that they can live with the cheetah. So it's not about putting them in a game reserve, it's developing conservancies, giving tools of like Future Farmers of Africa, livestock guarding dogs. So not understanding how cheetahs live has been a big problem. So education plays a really key role, teaching the farmers the way to manage their livestock, their wildlife, and their grasslands so that everyone can live, everyone can thrive, and the cheetah then can also live within this whole system. I think what makes CCF so unique is the fact that our programs are very integrated into the communities, they're research-based, and we're looking at applied conservation. So although we've researched the cheetah, we also then try to put tools to the people on the land so that they can live with the cheetah. We know what it's going to take to save the cheetah. We are doing it. We need partners, we need resources, we need you to help us. Please join us in helping the cheetah win its race for survival. These are our livestock guarding dogs. They live with their goats, and so we breed them at the Cheetah Conservation Fund. We give them to the farmers. They grow up with the flock. We protect the livestock from the predators. And this way that the farmers don't have to kill the predators. So we've seen by having a dog about an 80 to 100% decrease of any livestock loss. They will stay away from the dogs, and the dogs are saving all of the cats.
We checked into our lovely accommodations at the Cheetah View Lodge and then went down to the beautiful Babson House, settling in for a cocktail before heading over to the Cheetah View dining room for a wonderful dinner.
So, Jimmy, I just want to know something. I don't know why you bitch so much about sitting in the back seat all the way through Mason Crater, because I sat in that back seat for 8 hours today and it was just fine.
I was driving and not you.
My name is Becky. I am originally from Canada, working here at the Cheetah Conservation Fund for about 4 years now as a cheetah keeper.
And?
I'm Meredith. I'm from the United States originally. I've been here 4 months-ish, yeah, somewhere around there, as an Indian.
And I saw the Columbus Zoo sign logo at the beginning, at the gate. So is this one of the areas that we help sponsor, right?
Yeah, so this is, we call it Eland's Camp, Eland's Pen, and the Columbus. And then just, that little seat, just walk in, that's the little house.
CCF is home to a world-class research facility that is unique in Africa. The Life Technologies Conservation Genetics Laboratory is the only fully equipped genetics lab at the conservation facility in Africa. From this facility, CCF collaborates with scientists around the globe. Research not only benefits the cheetah and its ecosystem, but other big cats and predators as well. The Haas Family Veterinary Clinic allows CCF to collect samples from the injured or orphaned cheetahs taken into their facility. The clinic is an ideal space to give prompt veterinary care to non-releasable cheetahs, dogs, goats, and other animals that live at the center.
Okay, this is all about a habitat restoration project to improve the economy of the local farmland while improving habitat for cheetah and prey a little bit. The main thing is improving the economy of the farmlands by putting a value on the bush, so if they can afford to thin the bush. If they thin the bush, they can stock more livestock or even more wild game, and they can make more money. Hammer mill. This thing's a hammer mill. That's a hammer mill. I used to grind it. And that reduces it down to this oat grain size stuff. This is our raw material for production. Okay? So they also have commercial retorts in the country, and we're trying to get other people to adopt it. Now, one thing we want to do with it is carbonize our bush block. One of the problems with bush block is it's a commodity product, which means each individual unit doesn't have much value, and it's a heavy commodity product. And we're making it in the middle of nowhere. So I get calls all the time from Europeans and North Americans going, wow, we've heard of bush block. Oh, great story, you're helping the cheetahs, restoring habitat. Geez, give us a price. I give them a price X works. They go, great, I'm going to talk to my transporter and get back to you. Never happens. Maybe every third year we get into Europe with a deal. So what we're going to do, carbonize it now and then so it gets lighter. Currently, our sales go to South Africa because we get lots of cheap truck transport. You know, everything is made or brought up through South Africa, and the trucks go back empty. Mm-hmm. So you can get.
CCF uses dogs to find cheetah scat so that they can track where the cheetahs go, what they eat, and even what foods they are losing to other predators that they compete with. Genetic analysis of cheetah scat is a non-invasive method of obtaining information about individual cheetahs in the wild and about the cheetah population, like overall numbers, demographics, and sex ratios and kinship. This gathered data helps CCF make informed decisions about how to prioritize the preservation of cheetah habitat and where best to reintroduce previously injured or orphaned cheetahs back into the wild. Human-wildlife conflict is a major obstacle in protecting cheetahs. Analysis of cheetah scat can show farmers that cheetahs are not preying on their livestock, which saves cheetahs from being trapped and killed. To identify which animal the collected scat comes from, scientists perform DNA analysis.
Not very long, just for a couple of hours. Then it's going to drop.
Prey can be identified by looking at the hair and bones with the naked eye and microscopic analysis of ingested hair. Who would have thought that the scientific information of a scat dog's work would be this interesting?